What does it take to actually build a big YouTube channel, maybe 100 subscribers per day, every single day, or maybe 1,000 subscribers every single day? What about 1 million subscribers in just one YouTube channel? In this video, we interview one of the most successful entrepreneurs and YouTube channels on YouTube in our space and dive deep into how you and I can build a really big YouTube channel really quickly, and what are the 10 simple steps that you need to follow in order to make that happen this year. And also, during the video, we have a little special surprise for you, so do not plan on going anywhere, because this one is going to be a value bomb. What is up, online CEOs? My name is Josue Pena, helping you grow and monetize your brand, business, and influence with social media and marketing. And today, I have on the channel a very special guest, Evan Carmichael. For those of you that do not know him, he has a YouTube channel with over 1 million subscribers, and he, in this video, goes over what are the exact steps that you need to take in order to build such a massive following on YouTube. Maybe like you're wondering how you can go to 100 followers a day, maybe 200, maybe 1,000 followers a day, even 1 million followers, right? 1 million subscribers, I mean, on YouTube. And we'll go actually in depth on how you can actually make it happen, how you can grow your channel really, really quickly, and what is like the key indicator or the key factor to making just explode everything, and the 10 steps that you need to take in order to make your channel blow up like crazy. This interview was recorded previously, and luckily I was able to get a hold of Evan. Again, 1 million subscribers, not everybody gets to 1 million subscribers. Very few creators and people actually get to that number. And today he actually spills out the entire secrets and how you can make it happen as well. So make sure you take your notepad out, take your notebook out, and make sure you dive deep and pay attention to every single thing that we share in this video, because it's literally transformed your life forever. I have built multiple millions of followers on Instagram, but this stuff that we're doing on YouTube, I'm also gonna implement it for myself as well. So make sure you also pay attention and you do it as well.
What is up, online CEOs? My name is Josue Pena, helping you grow and monetize your brand, business, and influence with social media and marketing. Today, we have a very good friend of mine, Evan Carmichael. He has grown a YouTube channel to over 1 million subscribers and has a really awesome book. And today we're gonna be showing you how you can do the same thing with just one word. Evan, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Online CEOs, what's up? Here we are. This is it.
Yep. Yeah. So, Evan, I want to start just telling you a little bit about your background story. How do you actually got started into this whole YouTube realm and social media realm before you actually, did the one word, which is believe?
Yeah. So I think your purpose comes from your pain. And for me, I struggled so much as an entrepreneur growing up. In my first business, I was 19, struggled, kind of worst days of my life. And I wanted to make it easier for other entrepreneurs after me. I started in speaking, I had a website, and then I got onto YouTube. I got on YouTube 10 years ago, never with the ambition to say I want to be a big YouTuber. It wasn't I want to have 1 million subscribers. It wasn't even a thing at the time. I just wanted to help out other entrepreneurs. And I did two things. I did profiles of successful entrepreneurs, because I learned from Bill Gates and other successful entrepreneurs, and that inspired me. And also I was just answering questions. Just people would ask me a question, I would make a video response. And it was easier for me to make a video than to spend 20 minutes, 30 minutes writing out an email reply. So that was the motivation to get going. I never thought it was gonna be this, but things started to take off, and I'm happy to be here.
That was awesome. That was awesome. And what was that business you started when you were 19, you were failing a lot? If you don't mind asking, you don't want me asking.
Yeah. So it was a biotech software company, and the hardest decision of my life was to go and be an entrepreneur, make $300 a month, and basically suck, or take a job at a high-paying company that I wanted to work at. And I thought, you know what? I don't want to live with regret. I can always get another job. It may not be the same job, but I can get another job. I don't know if this entrepreneurship option will come up again. So I decided to join up with 2 entrepreneurs out of my university, and I became an owner in the business. I was the business guy doing the marketing and the PR and all that kind of stuff. And they were the techies, doing the work. And it ended up working out, but it was a lot of pain and suffering in the early days trying to figure out how we're going to make some money.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, I was making $300 a month as an engineer, not as an entrepreneur, but I feel you. It's tough. It's tough. So let's transition actually, because people the reality is people don't care about our backstory. They care about the value that we want to provide to them. So let's just drop some up for that. So what about how do you said you got started into the YouTube channel because you wanted, people were asking you questions and it was easier for you to just reply with a video than to write it up, being 1 million subs. Cause that's a pretty big, curve, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, so one of the things that I love doing is I love testing a whole bunch of little things. And then when I get the feeling that something's taking off, I push hard on it. I think with all of these ideas that you have, there's a limited window of opportunity and you have to jump through that window while you still have the time. I think there's still an opportunity now on YouTube, there's still opportunity on Instagram, to win, but it's not 10 years may not be, Instagram may not be around in 10 years, YouTube may not be around in 10 years, right? And so I think as soon as you found something, you got to push as hard as you can while you still have the motivation and drive and while the opportunity is still there. And so for me, I was making these videos, I was starting to get some responses. Most of my videos in the early days didn't get any comments, got a few views. I wasn't really making it for the masses. I was making it for that, one person who's asking me the question. And as some of them started taking traction, my first video that took off was, I was telling the story of Chris Gardner, who was the guy from Pursuit of Happiness. Have you seen that movie?
Yeah.
With Will Smith? And so that was my first video that hit 6 figures in terms of view count. It was 100,000 plus. And I was so happy, wow, a video that I made could hit 100,000 people. It kind of blew my mind that it could have that kind of reach. And so I thought, you know what, if these videos are working, I should invest more time in this. I should plan to go bigger. And I moved from just being me as a solo guy, making 1 video a week and doing everything, to then, as soon as I started making a little bit of money, poured it into hiring an editor. And that allowed me to go to a video a day. And then I hired multiple people. So we got 8 people on my team now, and we do 3 videos a day. And so when you find the thing, at the beginning is a lot of experimentation, you're testing, you're trying, you're tasting, you're sampling. But when you find the thing that starts to work, you have to push super hard as soon as you can on it, invest everything back into the business to make it blow up. And that's what I did with my channel.
That is awesome. It's funny that you say that because it was kind of similar to me with Instagram. I tried YouTube, by the way, back in 2012, 2013. It wasn't taking off as I wanted. I'm a that spoiled millennial that wants to immediate gratification kind of thing. So that's why Instagram worked really well for me. But now I want to talk about now, as we talked about how you transition into actually having 100,000 views in a video, and then hiring all these people, building a team around you, actually building a real business and a company with YouTube. What would you say for people who are trying to do kind of the same thing, whether it's on YouTube or social, that they want to transition into actually having their own presence online, having an impact, having influence with people, and being able to build a business with social media? Yeah,
so one, I would evaluate your strengths. There's a lot of platforms that you can be on. I don't think you should be everywhere at the beginning. I think pick the one that you can dominate and go off and crush that one based on your skill set. So if you're great at being on camera, or you want to be great at being on camera, then YouTube's a great place to be. Instagram's a great place to be. If you like writing, you're a great writer, then Medium is where you should be, and Twitter is where you should be, and LinkedIn is where you should be. So understand what your skill set is, and then break down what kind of customers you want to reach. LinkedIn is great for business. YouTube, Instagram it's permeated culture, so everybody's on those in terms of your customer base. And then I would just think about, I see Instagram as the fastest way to be able to build and grow from nothing, but it's a treadmill. And if you get off the treadmill, you're irrelevant. Nobody's looking at your IG post from 2 days ago, let alone a year ago or 5 years ago, where YouTube takes a little more time to build up, but people still watch my videos from 5 years ago. It's this mountain that just pushes you forward, which is amazing. So if you're great at video, I'd be looking at both Instagram and YouTube. But if you have patience, I think YouTube is the ultimate place to be right now to build a long-term brand. If you need those quick results just to get something going, then I think Instagram is better.
Yeah, I mean, I 100% agree with you. Now I'm going back into YouTube, kind of my quote-unquote roots. Have a little bit of results. I can actually put a little bit more time into it. But I agree with you. YouTube is a humongous branding and long-term play. And it's really, really powerful. I have a lot of friends who have become like multimillionaires, like just ridiculous amounts of stuff that have been built with YouTube, and they're still getting traction to this day from like 2 years ago, which is insane to me, you know, like, but you like the treadmill analogy, I loved it. I remember hearing an interview with Testimonials, and like we're very good friends of video creators, and he was saying that when you transition into actually having the one word, which is, you have it on your t-shirt right now, believe, kind of like your channel started getting more traction, because people started like identifying themselves more with what you believe, right? So what would you say, how would you describe that transition into actually just like putting out a video without the one word into actually you finding the one word and then transition into that? What would you say was that process?
Yeah, so your one word is your most important core value. It's what you stand for as a human being. And I think the way that you win online with any social channel is, and you've talked about it on your content too, about being yourself and authenticity and speaking your truth. And I think your one word is the compass that can help you speak your truth. So for me, it's about believe. And believe is doing work that you're passionate about. Believe is staying committed to the work even when you feel like it's not working out right now. And then believing in yourself with your self-confidence. And once I transitioned everything in my content around believe, things started to take off. Where before that, it was just, here's another guy talking about entrepreneurship. Right? There's so many people who are trying to do what you do. You have to figure out what is the thing that's going to help you lift. And what attracts people to you is not just the individual strategies and content you put out, but the values. Like tribes are built around similar core values. And so what is your core value? When you understand that, then it funnels through your content. So that Chris Gardner video that I talked about was being my first big video. It took me a year to get to 100,000 views. Once I came up with my Believe slogan, I made a video around Believe, and that video hit 100,000 views in the first month. And now is at 2 million views, 3 million views, something like that on the channel. And so it's just, it's not that believe is the right word, it's me, right? So you got to find out what you are. Whether you want to put it on the shirt or not, doesn't matter, but it has to flow through every piece of content that you're putting out so that people come to me because they want more self-belief. And that's why people are coming on a daily basis. So when you understand what your one word is, your most important core value, you pump that through. And people need that daily, whether that's a YouTube video, whether that's your IG stories, the posts that you're putting out. People need that value injection daily because they don't have it enough in their daily life right now. People don't have enough believe in their life right now, so they come to me for that on a daily basis. And it's the same thing for whatever your one word is. Yeah,
I agree. People align themselves not with the what, with the why. I believe like there was a famous TED talk, and like he like Apple, like all the big companies have the why behind it, and that's why people align themselves very, very well with it. I believe like you have actually a book that like analyzes and like gives the outline of all like the one word, how to live it, how to breathe it, basically. Like, you want to talk about that real quick?
Yeah, I mean, it's called Your One Word. It's here. You can find that on Amazon. It goes through core, campaign, and company. Core is basically how to find it. That's applicable to everybody. I think it's among the most helpful exercises you can ever go through in your life, whether you want to be an entrepreneur or not. Campaign then becomes, how do you make money off of it? How do you build a marketing campaign and bring people in by looking at your content, looking at your logo, looking at your slogan, your colors, all that kind of stuff. And then company is, how do you build a business around it? So how do you hire people with it? How do you pick your suppliers with it? How do you get venture capital using it? All that kind of stuff. So core, campaign, company, you find it on Amazon, Your One Word.
Cool. I'm gonna leave also like a link below or above, anywhere like you're watching this video, would you actually check it out on Amazon. I have the book, and pretty guys started reading it. I'm like, this is good. It's not just about like the one word, like you said, but actually, you know, like we're entrepreneurs, like we want to like make more money and like build a business, and like you can actually apply that into what you're currently doing. So I love it. I believe greatly in it, and you should all check it out. Again, link it below or above, depending on where you're watching this video. Now, as we like start wrapping this up, because I don't want to like take too much of your time, I know you're also like real busy. What would you say are kind of like the top 5 tips for people to start growing their own business or their own YouTube channel right now from what you've learned? I mean, like you've grown 1 million subscribers. Like that's very few creators on YouTube have 1 million subscribers, especially in the niche you're in. Like the entrepreneurship niche, like that's a tough niche to grow into. Because like the audience is not huge, you know, like there's like the top, like the 1% of the population actually wants to be an entrepreneur. And from there, like actually like, you know, very few people actually, you know, will watch a YouTube channel or subscribe to it. So what would you say are the top 5 tips to grow on YouTube to 1 million subscribers? Specifically, like you've done it, like I said, in a really, really tough niche. So what would you say?
Sure. So 5. Let me go with 5. Number 1.
Or 10, like whatever you think is better.
Wow. Okay. You're really, okay. I could probably go 10. Let's see. Okay. 1, I'd say you need to treat it like a business. Treat it like a business. It's crazy how many people have 5 to 10 times as many subscribers as me, and they're still a solo entrepreneur. I remember being at an event in ClimareCon in Palm Springs, California, and I had about 400,000 subs at the time. And I was meeting with a guy who had 5-6 million subs at the time. And he's just starting to hire a part-time assistant for his channel because he's starting to make a little bit of money. I'm like, you have 5.5 million subscribers and you can't afford, like, people aren't thinking about their thing like a business. Yeah. So for a lot of people, it is their first business. Their YouTube channel or Instagram, it is their first business. So training your entrepreneurial mindset, not just the tactics, is super important too, which is why online CEOs is so important, right? You got to think like a CEO, not just like a creator. 2, the quantity leads to the quality. So the more you do, the better you'll get. And this applies to everything. Like your first IG story is going to suck, and then it's going to get a little bit better, a little bit better. Your first YouTube video is going to suck, and every time you do it, will get better and better and better. If you're only doing 1 a month, you're never going to get good at it. Like if you only practice anything, trying to tie your shoelaces once a month, you never learn. So I want you looking at how do I make regular, consistent content, put in a lot of quantity. I'd be looking at in your head, getting to daily. How do I get to daily on YouTube? It may not be right now. You don't have the time, you don't have the resources, great, but like you're building the plan to get to once a day. 3, we start evaluating the series. So if you're going daily or you twice a week or 3 times a week, you start coming up with different series. So you could do an interview series like this. You could be a talking head series. You could be a vlog series. It could be a how-to series. It could be a 10 ways to do something series. You're planning lots of different series, and you start looking at the data and saying, hey, these interviews are really popping. My vlog series isn't. Or the top 10 rules are popping and the 7 ways isn't, right? You start looking at the data, you start seeing what's working for you and what isn't. 4, like going super practical right now, I'd be looking at 10-minute plus videos on YouTube. Watch time matters, the length matters. Just pay attention to what you see on your home page on YouTube, the recommended, and look at what the trending are. It used to be these really short 30-second cat videos or fail videos. Now they're longer. So if you're coming from Instagram to YouTube, that's one of the biggest adjustments. These are not short 1-minute videos. You got to think, how do I make a 10-minute plus video? There's no upper limit we found, but 10 minutes plus is a sweet spot. Don't make it crap. Like if the best you can do is 5 minutes, don't add 5 more minutes of garbage on top of it. But if you can try to find ways to get to 10 minutes plus, you'll start to win. 5, we're at 5, right? I think we're 5. 5, I would say thumbnails, super important. You want faces in the thumbnails, you want emotion in the thumbnails. Also, you want to make sure if you're making quantity that people can tell that these videos are yours. So if you look at mine, I have my airplane on every thumbnail. I have the series on every thumbnail. I use white and orange, the same font on every thumbnail. There's a face on every thumbnail. The most likely source of traffic for your channel as you grow will be your other videos. So they watch one video, then they watch another. You watch one online CEO's video, that was awesome, I want to watch the other ones. The challenge is people use so many different thumbnails that when they look down the side of the video or the recommended, they don't even know that those videos are yours because there's no consistency to the thumbnail. So it has to be super obvious. Yeah, the branding, the colors, the font, the style of the thumbnail needs to be super obvious that this is another JP video. This is another online CEO's video, right? Same thing for your channel. 6, I would say split test. I use a tool called TubeBuddy. They allow you to split test your thumbnails and titles. So you can run one against another, one against another. You can see what's winning over the other one. So cool tool to check out. 7, I would say reply to every comment. And this applies to, Instagram, every social media. You know, when somebody, at least on YouTube, when you reply to somebody's comment, they are 7 times more likely to subscribe to your channel. And that's the game. Like, you're trying to get subscribers to your channel. So reply to every comment. It's easy in the early days when you are first starting. But as you grow, a lot of YouTubers forget to reply to comments, or they just don't make the time for it. I hired somebody. So I have someone on my team whose job it is to reply to comments. He saves the ones that I need to see, and he replies as himself from my team to the other ones. It's just like if you open up a flower shop and you're selling flowers on the street corner, you're going to sell every flower yourself and talk to every customer yourself. But as you build a business, a retail shop, you're not going to talk to every single customer. You're not going to answer every single phone call. You build a team to do it. So just back to one, like treat it like a business.
Yeah.
Respond to every comment yourself, and then build a team to help you do it. 8, build an email list. Email list, super important. I think from any social platform, if you can guide people to an email list afterwards, so you make a video, like even from this video, these top 10 things that we're talking about could be put into an email, PDF, get the PDF, put your email in, and now GP's got your email, and he can follow up with different offers that he has. Most people won't see every video you put up. Most people won't see every IG post that you put up. So if you get them on an email list, whenever you're launching your book, your sneaker, your new CD, whatever you're trying to promote, it's easy because you got that list. 9, I would say target trending content. This isn't one that I actually do a ton of. I do evergreen stuff, but if you can pitch onto trending content, whatever's happening right now, make a video, it's a lot easier to show up and get immediate views. Yeah. And 10, I would say just keep getting better. Kick yourself forward, not down. It's easy to look at the content you're putting up and say, wow, this really sucks. And listen, it probably does suck, right? But at the beginning, you suck at everything. So every day, just making yourself get better. Like you could be disgusted and embarrassed by your work, and then tomorrow just make it a little bit better every single day. There you go, 10.
I put you on the spot there.
We got more. I can go bonus reels if you want, but those are the 10.
Yeah, if you want the bonus ones, go subscribe. Like, go send a message. Actually, go send a message to Evan on Instagram with the word CEO, so he knows he actually came from this video, and he will give you the 5 extra bonuses on how you can actually grow your YouTube channel to a couple million. But I 100% agree with like not only this applies to YouTube, but like Instagram and like building a business like in general. Like me, I just hired an editor, which he's obviously editing this video right now. So hello. It's like he's editing this video, and just because like I have to focus on like what I'm great at, right? I know how to edit videos, but I'm not great at it. And like replying to comments is like super crucial. I would say like being part of the community, it takes a little bit further. Not only replying to your own comments, but being part of the community in other videos, right? I actually went on another video that I saw. I replied to a comment, and from that, I provide a ton of value, by the way. One person was like, this is probably the best comment, the most valuable comment on YouTube ever. From that comment alone, I made like $5,000, right? So like from a $5,000 deal, right, for my agency. And it just goes to show like, you got to put in the time, you got to put in the work, especially at the beginning. Like nobody knows you. Even though like, quote unquote, people know me on the Instagram world, they don't know me on YouTube. So I got to put in the work. Just like you did if you want to get to 1 million subscribers eventually. So Evan, thank you so much for being here. Any last words you want to say to the online CEOs community?
I would just say make today count. I think it's easy to think about, yeah, tomorrow I'll start this, next week I'm going to start this, and then you look back and it's been 3 months and you haven't started anything. I want today to count. I want every piece of content I make to count. I go in thinking I want my grandkids to watch what I make. I want my grandkids to watch this interview. Right? This interview right now, I'm not checking my phone. I'm not doing anything else. Like I'm here. I want my grandkids to watch this interview. And the next things that I do after this, I want my grandkids to pay attention to that too. And listen, I may not be able to create at that level every single time, but if you go in to every day thinking like today has to matter, then I guarantee you your life 1 year from today will be unrecognizable from where you are right now.
Oh yeah. I mean, that could not be like it is so spot on. I mean, like a year ago, my business was almost bankrupt. And a year previous to that, I had no business. So like 2 years ago, I was completely dead broke, like $2,000 in debt. So, dude, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time. Again, the book, your one word is in Amazon. You can check the link below. Also your channel and Instagram, just send him a message if you want to find out the extra bonuses on how to, get 1 million subscribers on YouTube. And the extra bonuses, I bet, are the little golden nuggets that like can spark that little, 100,000 views in a video in a month. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Cool. So again, thank you so much for being here. Online CEOs, thank you also for watching this video. If you loved it, make sure you hit that like button and leave a comment below with what your one word is or what you're thinking your one word is. If you don't know, make sure you read the book. It's actually gonna give you the outline and step-by-step process and how you can actually develop your one word to build a community and build a business around it. Evan, thank you so much. We'll see you on the next one.
Thanks for the love, man.
That's how I feel after hearing Evan and all the value bombs he dropped on us. That was a full interview where he actually broke the exact steps that took him to 1 million subscribers, which is crazy if you ask me, that he actually share all that stuff and all the value for you for free. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that red subscribe button down below, hit that thumbs up, smash it, but most importantly, make sure you go in the description below and you go on Instagram and you direct message Evan saying thank you, saying maybe like YouTube, maybe that we sent you there, like that you came from Josue or from Online CEOs, and I'm sure he's always willing to help you more, help you even grow your YouTube channel more, and just give you some free tips and free advice there on Instagram. So make sure you direct message him on Instagram. The link is going to be below in the description. Also, let me know what was your favorite tip of the entire interview that Evan shared with us. Or maybe if you have other tips that you think are even better, that work really, really well, make sure you leave it in the comment section below. And if you do not have any tips and you have any questions, make sure you also go in the comment section below and you see what the rest of the family here at Online CEOs is commenting and saying, and make sure you engage with one another, answer questions. That's also a really, really great way for you to learn, for me to learn also as well from you guys. Again, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you smash that like button and that subscribe button down below, and let us know also what topics and who do you want to see here on the channel next. What interviews, who do you want to see, what topics should we cover regarding maybe Shopify or Instagram marketing or even YouTube or whatever it is that you think you want to learn. Comment it down below and we're definitely going to do a YouTube video about that. This has been Josue Pena with Online CEOs, helping you grow and monetize your brand, business, and influence with social media and marketing. Keep crushing it, Online CEOs. Make sure you check out all the resources in the description down below. Do other YouTube videos, free classes, free training videos that are going to help you even further on your YouTube learning, on Instagram, building your own business, building your own brand online. Again, thank you for watching for like the third time. Just, you know, like that's how Latinos, we do it. Just, we say goodbye like 13 times. Yeah. All right, peace out. We'll see you on the next video.